Roman's shocking return. Teased Ripley just named IYO SKY. Becky turns on the crowd. Rusev's real mission revealed. Jey Uso might be out. Punk breaks down. After Raw, did WWE just tease Goldberg's return? WrestleBuzz is back with another wrestling news video. Today we have a lot to talk about, but before that, make sure to subscribe to WrestleBuzz for more wrestling news video. Let's get back to the news. Roman's shocking return. Teased Roman Reigns hasn't been seen since the night after WrestleMania 41, and the way he left was anything but quiet. He was blindsided and taken out by Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker on Raw, right when it looked like he might be ready to start a new chapter. Since then, Reigns has been completely off TV, with reports suggesting the OTC has taken some time off, but that might be changing very soon. As WWE builds towards Saturday night's main event on May 24th, speculation is heating up that the Tribal Chief could make a surprise return, and if he does, it could flip everything upside down. So far, the card for SNME is looking stacked. One of the most talked about matches will see Seth Rollins team up with Braun Breaker to take on CM Punk and Sami Zayn. That alone promises chaos, but what really stirred the pot was something Rollins said backstage on Raw. In a cryptic comment during a segment with Braun, he hinted that people have no idea what he's capable of, and some fans think that wasn't just about him. It might have been a tease for someone joining the crew, or someone coming back to tear it down. Here's where Roman Reigns fits in.
The idea being floated around right now is that Reigns could show up at Saturday night's main event and completely wreck Seth's crew, making it clear that he's aligned with Punk and Zayn instead. That move would instantly set up a huge tag match down the line. Rollins and Breaker vs. Punk and Reigns at Money in the Bank 2025. It's all rumors for now. Nothing has been confirmed by WWE, but with Roman Reigns, anything is possible. And when he returns, it always changes everything.
Ripley just named IYO SKY. IYO SKY gets new name following win on WWE Raw. On the latest episode of Monday Night Raw, the Women's World Champion IYO SKY stepped into the main event spotlight once again, but this time, not alone. She joined forces with Rhea Ripley to take on Julia and Roxanne Perez in a hard-hitting tag team match that had Raw's crowd locked in. Even though Ripley and Sky have a rocky history, with IYO snatching the title from Ripley on the Raw after Elimination Chamber, they somehow managed to find common ground, at least for this one night. Their teamwork was solid, their chemistry undeniable, and in the end, the two champions pulled out the win. But just because they're teaming up doesn't mean things are all friendly. Rhea Ripley hasn't forgotten what happened back in February, and she definitely hasn't let go of her goal to get the Women's World Championship back around her waist. She came up short at WrestleMania 41 in a triple threat match, and ever since then, the rivalry has stayed alive just under the surface. Still, after their victory, Sky went on X and thanked Ripley for the partnership. What came next caught a lot of people off guard. "I guess you're alright, Chipmunk," Ripley wrote. A nickname like that coming from someone like Rhea Ripley? That's not something anyone saw coming. Maybe it's sarcasm, maybe it's a weird show of respect, or maybe it's just Rhea being Rhea. Either way, Chipmunk might have just stuck with IYO SKY, and something tells us this tag team run is far from over. Becky turns on the crowd. Becky Lynch didn't just have something to say after Raw, she had something to unload. The man has been in a dark place ever since her return to WWE at WrestleMania 41. After taking nearly a year away from the ring, she came back looking more ruthless than ever, and it showed again at Backlash, where she faced Lyra Valkyria for the Women's Intercontinental Championship and lost. But it wasn't the cleanest ending. Becky was pinned, sure, but after the match, she snapped. She attacked Valkyria without holding back, forcing WWE officials to rush in and pull her off. That moment signaled something deeper, something more personal was going on inside Becky Lynch. Then came Monday Night Raw. Standing in the ring, Becky grabbed the mic and let everything out. And according to her, she didn't really lose at Backlash, at least not in her mind. She said Lyra ended up in the hospital while she went straight to her bus to relax. Then came the real bombshell. Becky revealed why she walked away from WWE for so long in the first place. It wasn't just her decision, it was the WWE universe. She made it clear that she read all the comments online, the ones doubting her, the ones tearing her down, and according to Becky, she left because the audience pushed her away. Now, she's leaning into every label they've thrown at her. Becky looked the crowd in the eyes and said from now on, she's exactly what they said she was: selfish, greedy, and cutthroat. And after Raw, she posted a video of herself entering her bus and delivered one of the coldest lines we've heard from her yet. "Remember, you chose this." Ever since returning, Becky's been on a tear. Bayley, Lyra, it doesn't matter who it is. If you cross her, you get burned. This version of Becky Lynch isn't trying to earn anyone's cheers. She's just trying to take over. Rusev's real mission revealed. Rusev didn't just return to WWE to wrestle, he came back with a message, and it's not what anyone expected. On the latest episode of Raw, a video package aired with Rusev explaining why he's back and why he's been attacking people like Otis and Akira Tozawa. After showing up last week and laying out members of Alpha Academy, many assumed it was just a violent comeback. But Rusev made it clear there's more going on underneath. In the video, Rusev looked directly into the camera and gave an emotional and strangely personal promo. He said he wasn't trying to be a villain, but in a way, he's been programmed to act like one. His words cut deeper than just wrestling. He talked about how he's seen behind the curtain, how the system uses and discards people, and how the fans are blind to it all. I didn't want to do that. I don't want to do any of this. All I want is just to go home and be rich. But I was once programmed by lesser people too, and I can't leave my brothers until you all wake up. Do you think these people care that you are missing your family? Do you think these people care that each night your choice is to hurt or be hurt? Last week, Tozawa stepped up to me, and the crowd cheered him on, waltzing him straight into the flatline, he said. But that wasn't the end. Rusev kept going, addressing the audience and his fellow wrestlers directly. He talked about how they chase applause that means nothing, and how that approval turns into weakness. And yet, you still seek their approval. That is because you let the sheep control the wolves. Get up off your knees, men. Don't you see that their cheers are like a stone to a blade? But I can see right through them. That's why they keep mocking me by chanting my name. But I will reclaim my own day once my job here is done. But until that day, remember this, my brothers. It will hurt me to hurt you, but I would rather you fall at my hand than fall out into the abyss. Rusev isn't just here for a match. He's here for a cause. And until his job is done, it looks like no one is safe. Jey Uso might be out. Raw might have changed the entire path to Saturday night's main event, and it all centers around Jey Uso. The World Heavyweight title match between Jey and Logan Paul is set for May 24th, and WWE has been building it up slowly. But what happened on Raw might throw the whole thing off. During the show, Jey ran out to save CM Punk and Sami Zayn from an attack by Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. It looked like a quick save, but it wouldn't be the end of the night for the Yeet Master. Later in the show, Jey cut a promo, only to be interrupted by Gunther. The ring general stepped up and announced that he'll be facing the winner of Jey vs. Logan on June 9th. But before Jey could react, the night took a dark turn. Backstage, Braun Breaker attacked him out of nowhere, and it looked serious. Shortly after, Punk and Zayn were shown checking in on Jey, who appeared badly shaken up. The broadcast didn't show much, but the injury angle has people wondering if Jey might be written off the SNME match, at least temporarily. This whole attack may not have been random either. Earlier in the night, Seth Rollins had a quiet backstage moment with Breaker, where he whispered something in his ear. Not long after that, the backstage ambush happened, making it seem like Rollins planned the hit all along. While there's no real-life injury involved, this could be WWE planting seeds for a big twist. Without much build-up yet between Jey and Logan Paul, pulling Jey out of the match could stir up more drama and push the feud with Rollins even further. Punk breaks down. After Raw CM, Punk may be preparing for a huge tag match at Saturday night's main event, but what stood out most this week wasn't his in-ring moment. It was a tribute that came straight from the heart. This week's Raw confirmed that Punk will team up with Sami Zayn to face Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker at SNME. But backstage, Punk delivered a small, silent tribute that meant everything to longtime wrestling fans. Just days before Raw, ECW legend Sabu tragically passed away at the age of 60. Known for his daredevil style and willingness to put his body on the line night after night, Sabu inspired a generation of wrestlers, including Punk. On Raw, Punk honored Sabu with a hand gesture made famous by the ECW icon. It was a quiet moment that wasn't promoted or shouted out, but anyone watching closely knew what it meant. After the show, Punk posted on Instagram, sharing a picture of the tribute and writing a heartfelt caption about the man who helped shape so many careers. He influenced everyone and everything. You read about him, and when you finally saw him, he somehow exceeded the expectations. He was infamous. There will never be another Sabu, he wrote. The wrestling world has been pouring out love for Sabu since his passing, but Punk's message hit differently. Short, emotional, and straight from the heart. Even in the middle of building toward a big tag match, Punk took the time to honor a legend the right way. Did WWE just tease Goldberg's return? WWE might have just pulled off one of their classic sneak peeks, and if you were paying attention during Raw, you may have caught the hint. This week on the Red Brand, a loaded episode followed up on the fallout from Backlash 2025 and began to push toward the next major events, Saturday night's main event and Money in the Bank. But while fans focused on the current storylines, WWE may have dropped a quiet clue about the return of none other than Goldberg. It all started during a heated confrontation between Jey Uso and Gunther. The World Heavyweight Champion was in the ring when the ring general made his way out and announced something major. According to Gunther, the winner winner of the SNME showdown between Logan Paul and Jey Uso would face him on the June 9th episode of Raw. Now, that June 9th edition of Raw isn't just any episode. It's set to be the post-Money in the Bank Fallout show, and that's where speculation exploded. Many fans believe this is where Goldberg could make his dramatic return, possibly interfering in Gunther's match to set up a high-stakes showdown. While nothing was confirmed, the setup is clear. Gunther's promo made it known that the match wasn't a surprise. Adam Pearce had already told Jey about it backstage, and now fans are putting the pieces together. If Goldberg does return on June 9th, it would line up perfectly with a rumored retirement match at Night of Champions 2025, taking place on June 28th in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. That event is known for bringing back legends, and Goldberg has already competed there multiple times in the past. The 58-year-old Hall of Famer is expected to have one final match this year, and with WWE's long history of using international shows for major send-offs, Saudi Arabia seems like the ideal stage for the end of Goldberg's in-ring career. The setup is subtle, but the signs are there, and June 9th might be the night the icon returns to the red brand one last time. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and share the video, and drop your thoughts and subscribe for more wrestling news, and WrestleBuzz will be back soon.